This is not a Minecraft video, nor does it apply only to gamers. The footage in the background is simply there for entertainment if you choose to watch, but I'd rather you listen. A few days ago, a channel was started called TWG. It is an acronym for Together We Grind, and the concept was put into motion by I am Mike Check 28, Mike's Life 360, and myself. I should actually thank the Mikes for including me. I think they originally decided to make this happen, and then they invited me to participate. So thanks to the both of you, because I too feel strongly about everything that we've discussed thus far. For now, I'm assuming most people taking an interest in Together We Grind have at least a vague understanding of what Together to the Top is. TWG was certainly inspired by Together to the Top, but it is not a rip-off to support some kind of publicity agenda by any stretch of the imagination. TWG is meant to stand for everything that TTTT in its public state simply doesn't. Don't get me wrong, there is a very strong majority of YouTubers who reflect the best of what TTTT represents, but the majority isn't a loud one. And if you've seen the TWG channel page, then you can probably tell by now that I wrote the description. Let me make this as straightforward as possible. Together We Grind doesn't apply only to Minecrafters or gamers in general, at least in my own opinion. Granted, TWG is probably going to get the attention of people who know TTTT, and the biggest spokespeople for TTTT at this point are people who play Minecraft. But TWG is about influencing a healthier social network through YouTube. Getting any sort of public notice on YouTube is difficult even if you take the right steps. Mike's Life 360 said that TWG was created by small Minecrafters for small Minecrafters. But I'm going to say that TWG was created by small video makers for small video makers. Gaining a supportive following is more difficult for gamers than it is for, let's say, newscasters, vloggers, comedians, debaters, etc., etc. That's just because games are appealing to a very specific audience, while most of these other mentions have the potential to appeal to everyone with any slight interest. Nevertheless, the grind is suffered by many, and I feel that we should represent them as a whole. I watch plenty of talented video producers fail all the time because they could never gain the exposure they needed to gain a dedicated following. For the gaming community, though, Mike's Life 360 brought up this idea, or fact I should say, that people play games for enjoyment. Obviously. You're playing a video game, why are you doing it? You're playing a video game to have fun. The three of us have noticed a drastic decline, though, in the positive nature of those who release gaming content with no exposure. We've also experienced firsthand that too much concern for our YouTube reputations and our molasses-crawling feedback count generates a lot of negativity that rubs off on our work and sucks the fun out of trying to entertain people, especially when there's no one to entertain in the first place. No one watching, anyway. I'm hoping to take part in a separate recording where I can talk about how YouTube's system is greatly responsible for this, either by myself or with others, that I'll include on the TWG channel. But that's not what this video is about. Anyway, TWG aims at the Mikes and I by encouraging us to take back our enjoyment of gaming. Whether we hinder our public process or our publicity progress by doing so or not. We just want to have fun while doing this, and we hope to encourage other gamers to do the same. Like, we just want to game again and have fun while doing it. There's been a lot of negativity in our work as of late, or at least I know in mine. Not really in my work, but I can feel it. I'm always concerned about my subscriber count, or how many views my videos are getting, or why should I even keep doing this? No one's watching my videos, and the people who do watch my videos, I don't know if those views are just people, passerbyers who lost interest right away. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know what I'm doing right, etc., etc. At this point, I don't want to care anymore. I just want to play the damn game that I'm playing, have fun, and release the games on YouTube, to entertain those who do feel like watching. And I think the Mike's, or at least Mike's Life 360 feels the same way. Probably the other Mike as well, I'm not sure. TWG aims at the YouTube public by offering a stronger social community, or influencing a stronger social community. YouTube's already offered a strong social community. Now if that community could just bind together and actually do something positive, which they do, just not so much in the gaming community. I haven't seen much of it lately. people have tried, but how far those attempts really take people is questionable at best. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. YouTube offers a lot of potential to its community, but that potential often falls short. I personally want to encourage the community to interact with other YouTubers more often. Take the time to appreciate the work of other people who are experiencing the same grind as you. Now, I'm not saying you should go out and subscribe to every floundering channel that you can find, but don't be afraid to communicate with people who produce content that you enjoy. Hit that like button, type them comments, encourage talented producers to keep on producing. I'm starting to realize how much like many art industries YouTube is similar to. Anyway, Together We Grind is a communicative channel, as it is for now. For the time being, the mics and I are the only ones involved in controlling the channel. We're hoping to start a podcast for our joint recordings, since after many grueling hours, we discovered that we've all got quite a lot to say, so much so that a 15-minute video isn't really enough to feel satisfied with what's been said. There's a lot more to say. And, when we all band together and start talking about something, I assume it's usually pretty fun to listen to because we all communicate pretty well and we've got a lot to say. And we have fun when we do recordings. So, yeah, we're hoping that, people will want to listen to our videos to take something positive and enlightening out of it, but at the same time being entertained to an extent. I don't know, whether or not more people who want to be involved will be included in the future isn't my decision alone, and we haven't really discussed it yet. The channel is still very young, so we'll see what TWG evolves into as time passes. But all in all, TWG is from small YouTubers, for small YouTubers, and we appreciate your support. The original concept of Together to the Top was created by someone who's already at the top. The whole "you got my back, I'll get yours" idea can't really apply under that circumstance, can it? For many small channels, TTTT has become nothing more than a label to throw around in hopes that other people will notice and join their cause, whatever that cause may be. TTTT is becoming scary similar to sub for sub. I mean, maybe that's just my opinion, but when I see people spamming my channel, "Hey, MisterModestMoose, TTTT," and I go to their channel and I see a whole mess of Together to the Top supporters subscribing to that person, I can only assume that he's been running around a whole bunch of channels, spamming TTTT on their channels, in hopes that those people would be like, "Yeah, TTTT, I love TTTT, I totally support that cause," and goes and subscribes to their channel. It's a publicity stunt for most people at this point, and that pisses me off because it's not what that should represent. We're hoping that TWG will grow into what TTTT should have stood for all along. Networking in a way that positively reinforces those who haven't received the exposure that they deserve, and giving as much as you would like to receive back when possible. The TWG channel, as well as Mike and Mike's channels, are listed in the description and on screen if you'd like to indulge any further interest.